the people of America are ready for the fact we're not alone. And I do think that coming up in the very near future, there is going to be an unprecedented UFO event, an event that once and for all affirms that we are not alone.
Coming up, some residents of Phoenix, Arizona say they've experienced such an event. Is this proof that we're not alone?
Thousands and thousands of people saw it.
And later, have aliens been here before?
The petroglyphs show objects hovering in the sky and little stick figure people pointing up, looking at it.
The desert climate of Phoenix, Arizona has made it one of America's fastest growing cities. Visitors seek out its luxurious spas and world-class golf courses, while residents enjoy sun-drenched days and moonlit nights. But on the evening of March 13, 1997, as people across the state gathered outside, hoping to catch a glimpse of the famous Hale-Bopp comet, those clear desert skies revealed something far more spectacular. What emerged from the Arizona night triggered the biggest UFO controversy since Roswell.
Immediately overhead was something that did not compute. We had never seen anything like this before. It was enormous. It was absolutely silent. And it was moving fairly slowly. I felt as if I could reach up and touch it. My sense at the time was that something extraordinary was happening on our planet.
A formation of extremely bright lights in a V shape flew from one corner of the state of Arizona to the other and turned around and flew back. 3 hours. Thousands and thousands of people saw it, were witnesses.
There was a little league game going on, and they all saw it. The kids saw it, the coach saw it, the parents saw it. There were people that were shopping, going in and out of the malls, and they saw it. There were people who were outside jogging, and they saw it.
The lights took an extremely low path through restricted airspace. And no one seemed to know what these lights could be, or where they came from. Were extraterrestrial beings involved? Concerned, Frances Emma Barwood brought the matter up at a televised council meeting. But city officials quietly urged Barwood to drop the subject.
One of the assistant city managers came to me and told me, if anybody asks, you know nothing and don't talk about it.
Barwood decided to pursue the mystery further, but no matter what branch of government she turned to, Barwood says she came up against a brick wall.
As far as the Phoenix lights are concerned, the government knows nothing.
Barwood believes that if the government had investigated the matter, they would have discovered that a handful of witnesses had also filmed the strange light formation. Jeff Willis, a UFO photographer for over 10 years, was in the mountains above Phoenix that night and shot video of the lights at 7:30 p.m., almost 3 hours before the mass sighting.
They were probably, I would say, a good, probably about 35 miles away, and from their size, it's really hard to determine, but I would say they were probably as big as 3 jets put together in length. They were really big, and they were moving very slow. They had to have been something strange, for sure.
The footage that revealed the most detail was shot later that evening by a physician who until recently remained anonymous.
I was a healthy skeptic when I began all this. Even though I saw something myself, I didn't come forward for 7 years. I stayed anonymous, looking to try to find a logical explanation for what I witnessed.
Dr. Kitai first saw the lights in 1995, 2 years before the mass sighting, just a few hundred yards from her secluded home in the mountains above Phoenix.
When my husband and I had our first close sighting, it was as close as that tree right there. It was extraordinary. There were 3 amber orbs in a triangle formation just hovering about 50, 75 feet off the ground for minutes. They were about 3 to 6 feet each, very soft amber color, and they didn't glare. And the thought going through my mind was, if I don't get a picture of this, nobody's going to believe it. As I was watching these 2 orbs, it felt that there was an intelligent presence staring back.
Was this intelligent presence an alien being? Kitai believes yes. And in January of 1997, 2 months before the mass sighting, she saw the orbs again.
This time they were at a distance. and they were far west, and I noticed them, they were in a line formation. As I'm ready to shoot the 3, suddenly 6 amber orbs in a row, equidistant from each other, massive span, it was over a mile wide, popped up over the 3. It was really unnerving. I have to tell you, I started to shake a bit. But I did take 6 pictures in a row. And as it turned out, I caught this unexplained phenomena head on, turning into a V shape as the 3 orbs underneath were disappearing.
When Dr. Kitai realized how many other people had seen the lights that night, she decided it was time to share her footage with Village Labs, a high-tech computer imaging company. Founder Jim Dilatoso and his employees have years of experience in exposing fake UFO videos and photographs.
I'm a scientist, I'm an experimenter, or a lab. I hardly ever had said it before that the pictures that we had tested could be an extraterrestrial spacecraft.
Using Kitai's video with 2 other videos shot at the same time, technicians were able to triangulate the exact position and path of the lights.
We got very involved in converging all the images, matching up the times that the television news was on in the background with each of the cameras to create a position of greatest likelihood of where the object was placed.
However, military personnel claimed that the lights were created by high-intensity flares from an Air Force A-10 aircraft.
I think that best explains the eyewitness accounts and the actual videotape that we have of them. I mean, we have pretty good videotape. You can see them sort of coming into the screen, one after another, almost like there's a helicopter or a plane overhead that you can't see, dropping them one by one.